Hello children, we'll be starting with the next topic of the same chapter, that is cascading style sheets in HTML5. This is a page from your textbook, children, cascading style sheets. Now from the name itself we come to know that we are styling the sheets. The documents have to be styled. Cascading, what do you mean by the word cascading? Cascading is when a large number of things that happen quickly in series, one after the other, that is called as cascading. And here what will happen is large number of things will happen to style the document. Now CSS is a way to style and present HTML. That means here we will style the sheets. The presentation of the HTML document will be done with the help of CSS. It is used to design the HTML tags. How do we write on the HTML document? With the help of tags. Now, if those tags are styled, that is called as CSS. So in general, if you have to remember, just remember that you use HTML to describe the content of the document, not its style. But you use CSS to specify its style and not the content. So CSS is not going to give any kind of content, only styling will be done with the help of CSS. Okay. So here children, we start with the introduction of CSS. It describes how the HTML elements are to be displayed on the screen. For the CSS syntax, it contains a selector and a declaration block. Now here it is mentioned a selector and a declaration block. So if you see this syntax, all these terms are very much familiar with us, but they are written in a very different manner. This H1, earlier what we used to call it as a tag, is now called as a selector. Color, yellow. Color we used to call it as an attribute. We used to give an is equal to yellow that we've written. And after that, font size 11 pixels. So children, this color and yellow that we have written is one declaration. And the second declaration is font size 11 pixels. And the two declarations have been separated with the help of a semicolon, if you can see. This is a semicolon. So this is one declaration and this is another declaration, and the two declarations are separated by a semicolon, and the value for one declaration is not given with the help of an is equal to, it is given with the help of a colon. These two dots here. This is the change, this is the syntax, that the way we write down the CSS. It has a selector which points to the HTML element you want to style. Then it has the declaration block which contains one or more declarations separated by semicolons. Each declaration includes a CSS property name. For example, here the property name is color, and the value, here the value is yellow. Second property is font size, and the value is 11 pixels, and the two declarations are separated by a semicolon, and the value is given with the help of a colon. And the last important point in this syntax is that the declaration blocks are surrounded by curly braces. This is entirely a different syntax for all of us, because in HTML, none of these things are used. So when we use CSS, this is how we are supposed to write down the selectors. All right. So here in this topic, this is all what I said has been explained. So we are supposed to be now in a habit of writing down the selectors like this. How? and where are these selectors written? This we'll see when we talk about types of CSS. Children, there are 3 types of CSS: inline CSS, embedded style sheet or internal CSS, and external CSS. So these 3 types: inline, internal, external CSS. We'll see these 3 types one by one. So first type is inline style sheets. Children, in inline style sheets, let me open a Word document for you. Here I've just written the 3 types of sheets and their codes for us to understand. Now in inline CSS, children, this is how the inline CSS is written. H1, style is equal to color blue text align center. So H1 here is the selector, and style as an attribute is used. Style as an attribute is used in inline CSS. This is one line which you have to remember. Keep it in your brain, underlined, bold, and italics, then that when you are using inline CSS, style will be used as an attribute with the element that you want to style. And the writing down of the declaration block will be the same that we have discussed. The declaration block consists of the property and the value. The property and the value. All right. I have also written, children, in the notepad, I have written this for you. The inline CSS, I have already done it for you. So let us see this inline CSS. Let us close all the other screens. This is the inline CSS that I'm using here. With H1, I'm using style as an attribute. With P also, I'm using style as an attribute. And the declarations here has been the property and the value, property and the value. Okay, let us execute this now. This is the execution of, it is no different from how we have been doing it for a simple web page, children. You might be thinking that this is no different. The difference you will see later, that how we write down and how the changes are going to be and how it is going to save our time to do all these formatting. अभी के लिए ये इतना ठीक है, simple, that when we are using inline CSS, then this is how we write down the inline CSS. What you have to remember here is that the style will be used as the attribute and rest the declaration will be written. ठीक है, उसका code देख लिया हमने, and we have also seen the output. Now let us come to the next one. The next here, children, is internal CSS. Children, for internal CSS, the style changes to a tag. Can you see here? Now the style, which was earlier the attribute in inline, in internal, it becomes a tag. And the container tag contains the element and its declaration. Okay? So here this line, I've given it a different color specifically for you all, that style is used as an attribute in inline CSS and is used as a tag in internal CSS. This is what you have to remember, that when we are using it as a tag, it will be used as an internal CSS, और उसको लिखना कहाँ है? Head tag के अंदर. ध्यान से देखो, I have written it inside the head tag. It will also serve the same purpose, children. ये body का background pink करेगा, H1 को red करेगा, उसका margin left 40 pixels रखेगा. This is also going to do the same thing. If you want, I'll just copy this and let us place it in the notepad. इसको notepad में place कर देते हैं. ठीक है, और बॉडी से इसका ये H1 वाला हटा देते हैं. Let us save the document here, come to the browser, refresh it, and see this is what has happened. Because I did not give any heading, children. I had not given any heading. If I give a heading here, the heading में changes दिखेंगे. H1, this is heading. आप ध्यान से अगर देखोगे चिल्ड्रन, तो बॉडी में कंटेंट नहीं दिया है. आई हैव जस्ट गिवन द स्टाइल. H1 में कंटेंट कुछ नहीं दिया है. आई हैव गिवन द स्टाइल. द कंटेंट इज इनसाइड द बॉडी. तो H1 इज, दिस इज हेडिंग. इस H1 में स्टाइलिंग क्या लगेगी? इट विल बी यूज्ड फ्रॉम द स्टाइल टैग. दैट दिस इज द स्टाइल दैट विल बी यूज्ड फॉर माय H1. सो in my body tag, wherever I have used my H1, the same styling is going to be applied. I save here, come to the browser and see this is the heading that I have written. ये क्या था? Color red होना चाहिए और margin left side से 40 pixels leave करने चाहिए. So from the left side, 40 pixels have been left and it is in red color. So this is inline, sorry, this is internal CSS. मतलब समझो बेटा इसका कि आपने क्या किया है, सिर्फ टैग्स की स्टाइलिंग की है. यू हैव जस्ट स्टाइल्ड द टैग्स एंड केप्ट देम. नाउ व्हेन दोस टैग्स, और द करेक्ट वर्ड हियर वुड बी द सिलेक्टर्स, व्हेन दोस सिलेक्टर्स आर गोइंग टू बी यूज्ड, द स्टाइलिंग दैट आई हैव डन फॉर देम एंड केप्ट देम इन द स्टाइल टैग will be used in the body, in the content, जहां पे हमारा content दिख रहा है. There the styling is going to be used. Like here, the body, उसका styling क्या है? Background color. Body तो एक ही होती है. तो here, when I am using body here, the background color automatically has come to pink, because in the style tag I've written that it has to be styled as pink. H1 and H1 has given the same style. एक और H1 लिखूंगी तो same style से ही आएगी वो भी H1, because this is the style that I have given to my selector, that is H1 that I have used. Is this clear, children? Okay. Now just look at your book, children. Here they have given us some CSS properties. Color property hai, it changes the name of the color, and this is how it is used. It can be used as a color name. Background color, it can be used to change the background color. Font weight, font style. Then text decoration. Text decoration, children, can be used for these purposes. आप decoration के बाद आप लिखोगे कि decoration में करना क्या है. Text decoration में underline करना है, so it will be underline. Earlier it was U tag. In HTML, simple HTML, we used U tag. यहाँ पे क्या है? Underline text decoration किया है. We can see it. करते हैं इसको. This is one declaration. Give a semicolon. Write down the next declaration. Text decoration. Give a colon and write down the value of the declaration. What is the value that I want it to be? Underline. ठीक है, तो ये underline हो गया है. Let us save it. And जब हम save करेंगे, browser में जाते हैं, refresh करते हैं, the whatever my P tag is, जो भी मेरे P में लिखा हुआ है, that has been underlined. Okay. Just a different way of writing down or styling the tags, children. Because we are so used to saying the word tags, so that is why I'm explaining you in terms of tags, but now you should start using the term as selector, declaration, value, property. These are the terms that we should use. Okay. So all these properties, please go through the properties. There are simple properties. Let's say letter spacing here. Okay, let us try this letter spacing. Now in letter spacing, let me add another value here. letter spacing. Letter spacing with 5 pixels. So what my letter spacing is going to do? सेव करेंगे, ब्राउजर पे जाएंगे, रिफ्रेश करेंगे. कैन यू सी द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द अर्लियर हेडिंग एंड दिस हेडिंग? Each letter has been spaced with 5 pixels. So these are different ways to decorate the text. This is what we are trying to say here. Okay. So children, please go through these properties. Padding, if you want to give the space, border, background image, margin left, all these are very known properties to us. It's just that the way they are written now has changed, so we have to start practicing how they have to be written. Okay, let us come to now inline ho gaya, internal ho gaya. Let us come to the third type, which is different from what we have seen in inline and internal. The third type is external CSS. Ab external, children, from the name itself, it suggests that I am going somewhere out of the document that I am in. तभी वो external बनेगी. तो external में हमें क्या करना है? यहाँ पे हमें 2 फाइल्स बनानी है. एक फाइल .css की बनानी है जिसमें हमारी स्टाइलिंग होगी, and the other file will be a simple HTML file जिसमें हमने कंटेंट लिखा है. So here we will be combining the two things, styling and content. The style that we'll be writing down in .css file will be included in the .html file with the help of this tag. Link rel style sheet, type is equal to text css, and href जो भी हमने style उस css file का नाम दिया हुआ है. Okay, this is a standard tag that you have to remember whenever you are doing the external CSS. Link tag का नाम है, rel, type and href are the 3 attributes that we are using here. Rel is, we are telling the style sheet, type text CSS, href is the name of the file that we have given for .css. So that will be included in the head section, और body में आप normal अपना कंटेंट लिखो जो भी आपने लिखना है, और इस कंटेंट की आपने जो स्टाइलिंग की है वो आपने style.css में की है. दैट हियर दिस गोज लाइक दिस. सेम जो आप बॉडी h1p हमने इंटरनल में, इंटरनल CSS में हमने स्टाइल टैग में डाल के रखा था, हियर वी आर मेकिंग इट अ सेपरेट फाइल टू मेक द CSS file. Okay. For saving the time, children, again I have made these 2 files. I'll show you. Let me open the file. I have made these files as .css. इसकी all files खोलते हैं. ये देखो, एक मेरी ये CSS बनी हुई है, external CSS.css फाइल है. ये देखो, I'll open this file for you. ये देखो, इस फाइल में कोई कंटेंट दिख रहा है आपको? वी आर नॉट एबल टू सी एनी कंटेंट. ठीक है, तो ये सिर्फ स्टाइलिंग के लिए है, और इस फाइल को मैंने नाम भी चिल्ड्रन क्या दिया हुआ है? .css. ये देखो, ext.css. यहाँ पे मैं .css लिखूंगी तो वो बोलेगा ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्ट, बिकॉज इसको नाम यही दिया था मैंने. तो हाउ डू यू हैव टू सेव इट? यू हैव टू सेव इट बाय द नेम एंड .css. ओके, इस स्टाइलिंग को कहाँ इंक्लूड करना है? यू हैव टू इंक्लूड इट इन योर डॉक्यूमेंट ऑफ HTML. तो मेरा HTML डॉक्यूमेंट कहाँ है? ये रहा, बाय द सेम नेम आई हैव केप्ट इट. ये देखो, तो HTML हेड में मैंने rel स्टाइल शीट, href दिस, टाइप इज इक्वल टू स्टाइल शीट वो लिखना है हमें, दैट इज देयर. और जिसकी भी स्टाइलिंग की है h1 और p और बॉडी, उसकी changes will be affected here because I am asking my style to come from this file, children, that I have created. तो ये बाहर है, that is why it is called as external CSS. My style resides in this file. I have included this file here, and my content will be affected by the style that is made in ext CSS. So should we go to the browser and execute this file? अब CSS को ना चला के हम लोग ext CSS चलाते हैं. ext CSS.html ही एग्जीक्यूट करना है. ये देखो, this is heading, this is paragraph. If you have forgotten, let me again open the file for you and let us see हमारी फाइल की स्टाइलिंग क्या थी. हमारी फाइल की स्टाइलिंग थी, ये देखो, बैकग्राउंड कलर ग्रीन था, H1 का कलर ब्लू था, पैराग्राफ का कलर रेड था. तो बैकग्राउंड इज ग्रीन, H1 is blue and paragraph is red. So here children, what have we done? Please don't get confused here. What we have done is we have created a file which is .css. उसमें सिर्फ स्टाइलिंग की है और एक HTML फाइल बनाई है जिसमें कंटेंट लिखा है. वो CSS फाइल हम कंटेंट वाली फाइल में लेकर आए हैं, उसको ऐसे लिंक किया है so that जो भी स्टाइल मेरा लिखा हुआ है वो इन एलिमेंट्स पे इफेक्ट हो जाए. The style should come in effect to these particular elements that are mentioned. Clear हुआ children? This is important here because and it has a lot of usage. Internal CSS आप कब यूज करते हो? जब आपको एक सिंगल HTML पेज को यूनिक स्टाइल देना है. इनलाइन आप कब यूज कर रहे हो? जब आपको एक सिंगल एलिमेंट को स्टाइल देना है. और एक्सटर्नल हम कब यूज कर रहे हैं? जब हमें वो एक्सटर्नल स्टाइल शीट कैन बी यूज्ड फॉर डिफरेंट मल्टीपल पेजेस, isn't it? मैं अगर हर पेज में अपना ये लिंक ऐड कर दूंगी तो वही सेम CSS फाइल विल बी एडेड, सेम स्टाइलिंग विल बी एडेड to all my HTML pages. Okay, so you have to remember that the external style sheet can be written in any text editor. The file must not contain any HTML code and must be saved with the CSS extension. Very important, it must not contain any HTML code क्योंकि HTML code के लिए we are creating another HTML file, isn't it? ठीक है. So to just have a quick recap children, internal or embedded, add style tag in the head section. External के लिए link the HTML sheet to a separate CSS file by using link element to link the external CSS file. Inline, apply CSS for specific element using the style as an attribute. So these three things you have to remember. These are the basis of further going on for any more information for CSS. Okay, thank you children.